This thing is giant. How fun cleaning this up. Okay, well, the new TRX is here. Took delivery of it last week, and they had it, of course, cleaned up in the showroom. Found some things that I need to get corrected before we get this guy wrapped, so we're gonna do that today. Also got the PaFur garage sign relocated. I wish I would have went a little bit more to the right, but whatever, it looks pretty good. The video wall is almost done. They have one more row to put up on top, and then they're actually flying someone in from Germany this week. I think Wednesday or Thursday he's going to be here, and he'll put the individual 6x6 panels. Each one of these little, I guess, rectangles gets, what is it, 8 of them, I believe? Yeah, this turned out really good. Look how close our dimensions were on this. We wanted there to be a little bit of an overhang, so we could potentially trim it out. Dang, that was good. Today, I thought it would be nice to show you guys what I do when we get a brand new car in. There is a process that I go through, whether it's just a basic car wash, a pretty thorough car wash, decon on the paint, any paint correction that I do. I'm going to do all of that here today because this car is scheduled to be clear wrapped here in about 3 days. And it'll probably take, it's a big car, it'll probably take them maybe 4 or 5 days to do it. But before they lay that layer of protection on there, i.e. the PPF, I want to make sure that the paint underneath is as perfect and pristine as I can get it. So today I thought it would be nice to show you guys the process of that. So right now I got my rinse bucket, wash bucket prepared. The wheel bucket's almost done. I just put a basic, not basic, I just put an Adams car shampoo in here, mainly to act as a lubricant, because I do use this Adams wheel and tire cleaner as my cleaner for the wheels and tires. I got my foamer filled up with Adams Mega Foam. We'll fill this up here, then I'm gonna foam the car down, and it's just gonna sit on the paint for 15-20 minutes while I clean up the wheels and tires. So we'll do that first. That was a pretty thorough amount. So what that's going to do while I clean the wheels is it'll, in theory, attack or soften up anything that's on the surface or inside the seams and these cracks, and it'll carry it to the ground. You can already see some of the dirt in the foam. You see that? That's dirt that was on the surface that the foam has helped me remove it from the surface, I guess is the best way to put it. Okay, so I'm going to let that do its thing for a little bit, and while it's doing that, let's do the wheels. Now we're going to start actually cleaning the truck. So I'm going to do another layer of foam, then I'll start washing it up. It's big as hell. this point of the video, I'll typically do that little snap trick that I like to do, because to me this is kind of a boring part, but a few of you have asked me what's my drying process look like, so I thought I would film that for you guys today. I use this Big Boy Blower Pro down here. It's very similar to like a leaf blower, except it's a lot more powerful, and it has like kind of a built-in heater to it, so after it's on for maybe 1 to 2 minutes, you'll feel some heat coming out too. But also, more importantly, it's pretty precise. So it's not just like shotgun blast in the air, and wherever the air goes, it's kind of like threading the needle or a sniper shot, where it gets into these small little grooves, and it'll blast out any water or soap that may have not been attacked with the pressure washer, such as that. And it's a little time consuming, but it does a really good job. So now I'm gonna use that and blow out some of these creases. All these little crevices that water, it's the areas that water just constantly drips unless you get it all out. This makes it really easy. I started going a little faster towards the end there because as I was going around, you can see the windshield here. The water was actually drying on the paint almost faster than I could blow dry it. So I'm gonna go around and use Adam's CS3. This is a cleaner, protectant all-in-one. It'll get anything that I potentially missed. It'll get some of that streak marks off the window. And then from there, I will show you guys some areas that I found at the dealership that I want to highlight and try to correct. So far this panel is the only one that has things I want to correct. Swirls, scuffs, scratches. It's all focused right on this body line. That'd have been like an automatic car wash or something. Things like this I look for. You see that? Scuffs right here. Scratches right there. See that in the light? Things like that we want to get out of there before we seal it. Speaking of distance, it might be a little harder to get. There you go. Kind of. See in the light? We'll get that all out of there. On this side, there we go. There we go, see it? That's the stuff. That's the same spot that I saw when I took delivery of this. No, cracked it. I notice this button feels different compared to the last one too. Same thing with the Wagoneer. Button that releases the back hatch feels different. Typically wouldn't advise using the same towel that I just used on this lower area, but the car is very clean, so I think it'll be alright. Got her done. The only flaws that I'm finding, this might just be my eyes playing tricks on me, but I thought I saw, there, I knew it. See right there, that, check out how the line has a little dimple. Right there, it's a very, very minor dent. See it? Very minor. May or may not do anything about that, we'll see, but again, swirls right there. Follow this body line. We'll see some line right there. And there's a few more. I think I'm just going to polish this whole panel here, not down here. I don't want to touch this decal. But there's several marks that I'm not crazy about. Besides that, she's really good. Paint feels nice and clean. I didn't do any decon to it. I just didn't find it necessary, just feeling the paint. A little dust nib right there. Picked up this DeWalt little rotary tool because battery power, I don't have to deal with cords, so I'm going to use that and McGuire's 210 on a foam pad here. This should be enough to get all those marks out. Well, we'll find out. I use a whole bunch of pressure. I think I need to do that one by hand. That pad's the wrong size for that backing plate. I'm just a little bit too close to that trim than what I'm willing to get close to. Luckily this paint is like all Chrysler paint. It's pretty soft. So doing it by hand like this actually does pretty good results. However, I think I need to get a little bit, I'm going to use some compound. It's better. Okay, all the marks are out. This looks better, but it's not perfect. There we go. Just a little bit of polish to top it off. Okay, I'd give that like a 90, like a 95 out of 100. It's pretty good. See the light? It's very hard to see even in person. There's one little line right here in that. See that? That probably requires some wet sanding. But everything else came out nice. Remember, it mostly was on this little body line here. finishing this off. This turned out really nice. Me too, I like the color.
We could probably get one of those bins set up for it.
Okay. And then there's some marks down here too that I think are gone. Hair thin lines right there. But for the most part, yeah, I'd give it like a 95 out of 100. Looks good. Here's probably the best angle to see that dent I was talking about. It's like a horizontal one. And then we found a little guy. Where is it? It's like a door ding right here. See? Besides that, that polished up nice. Just turned out pretty good. I like these graphics. Our other one didn't have these. And this looks pretty sharp. We're going to clear wrap this thing so it won't have that matte finish on it, but which is fine because similar to the Challenger stripes. You know, those are matte, but then you throw that clear wrap on there and they end up looking gloss. So this will look gloss, as well as the decals on the hood, which our other one also did not have. So it'll look a little bit different, but I think it'll look nice. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. So we had a 2021 Ram TRX we used for bringing Halloween props around, going to the Home Depot, grabbing supplies, things like that. I was taking on paintball trips, whatever, you name it. We needed a truck, that's what we had it for. And brought it in for its first oil change, and the local dealership found metal in the oil pan, which is I guess is a tell sign that the motor or supercharger is shot. We've been going back and forth with Ram for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, and they finally got everything approved, so they should be swapping that out here, I think this next week or so. In the meantime, we went shopping and we found that, I'm sure you guys are aware of this, but that Ram is no longer producing the TRX. So they did, just like the Challenger, they did a last call edition, and that's what this is. This is known as the Granite Crystal Metallic. Same color as that old Challenger I had. I had Trackhawks in this color before. I had a few Challengers in this color. It's actually one of my favorite colors from Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, all that. Just looks really clean. It'll look a lot nicer once I get some tint on there too. And the last calls, they start like, what is it, like $25,000 or something like that more than the standard TRX. Our old one, I think base was like 69,000, and base on these new ones is 96,000. It's like they just swapped it, reversed it. Inflation, I guess, is probably the main culprit of why that is. I thought that was kind of nuts that this thing base started off higher than what we paid for that silver one with options. But the last call again comes with a few things. It took a little bit to figure out what exactly the difference was between a last call and just a standard TRX, and from what I understand, it's mainly badging and a little bit of cosmetic changes. It's really not a whole lot. Options that this one has, of course, that TRX level 2 equipment. I don't know of any TRXs that don't have that. I don't know why they don't just make that standard. And then they call it the last call, but that's like a $12,000 option right there. And then other options that it has are the dual pane sunroof, which I don't really care for, and these running boards, which our other one, if you remember those videos, it had the electronic ones similar to the Wagoneer. They come out, you open the door, they automatically retract down for you to step up into. I'm not a really big fan of those because there's times where, I don't know, I get out of my car, well shoot, when I was washing this, you know, I open the door just to wash way up top or dry way up top. Running board comes out and I close it, and by the time I get to the next door to stand up and do this side, the running board's already going back in, and I have to let it kind of reset and come back out. Just kind of a nuisance. I don't think they're worth it, those automatic running boards. So the new Wagoneer, which I'll get a video on, that does not have them. That has those fixed ones just like this. And the Hummer, I think that's a lot better of an option. It's just, I don't know, I was gonna say, like, you get out of the car and sometimes you're just getting out to get the mail or something, and you don't want to shut the door because you know the steps are going to retract back up, and you know you're just going to open the door again a second later, and just, I don't know, that's very minor, I guess, to complain about, but I'm glad this has the fixed ones. I did have the dealership install this Ram bar. I just think it looks cool. You don't see enough TRXs with that. Gives it that, I don't know, off-road Baja look. These wheels I'm not too crazy about. You saw when I was cleaning it up, only from the passenger side, but I mean, I don't know, you can't get the brush in here or in there. So I foresee that getting dirty and staying dirty until you remove these. Little sticker. I mean, they look nice. There was an option on the other TRXs that came with the same exact wheel style, but this finish was like I don't want to say chrome. It was almost like a polished aluminum. It was shiny. It was really gross. I don't know why they did that. Still has that two-tone look for the paint, which I think is pretty sharp. Oh, this is new. The handles, the door handles here. That's I don't know if that's new for the last call or new for this year, but they're contrast black to the paint. I don't think it looks bad. It brings out, it kind of ties in this lower area a little bit. Yeah, look at these running boards. They're just so sweet looking. Inside differences are between this and the old one. The main one, I should say, would be this instrument cluster. I'll just turn this on. Watch this. TRX 6.2 Supercharged V8 Final Edition. That's cool to see, but this is all digital now, which is very cool. The contrast stitching on the dash is different. I think this is unique to the last call. It's almost like a, I don't want to say khaki, but like a tan color. And of course, that's throughout the whole cabin. This part I thought was pretty cool. You get a badge here now that tells you which number production you wear. So same thing, the 6.2 Supercharged Final Edition. This is number 625. The dish that we got this from had like 4 or 5 of these things, but I think they made like 4,000 of them. So I'm surprised they have so many. Everything else is pretty much the same. You got the Alcantara on the steering wheel, that contrast stitching again. Oh, I think this is different. This little pattern on the door here, I don't remember that being there. Or okay. Or this little carbon fiber accent piece, I don't remember that. Yeah, it's got the, I think it's like a 19 speaker Harman Kardon system, which is, it sounds awesome. Wish the Hummer had that. Yeah. This is a big vehicle. It feels bigger than the silver one, maybe because I hadn't washed the silver one for a while. That is the new 2024 Final Edition Ram TRX added to the PaFur stable. I think it's a good addition. This will be a keeper. This is my favorite angle right here. Just that in your rearview mirror just looks mean. Looks like some asshole drives it. You know what I'm saying? Like those vehicles, those like big lifted trucks that, you know, it's some asshole driving it. We're that asshole now. This angle looks really sharp too. Really every angle looks good. Yeah, I like those decals. All right, y'all, that's the process that I would take on a brand new car, getting it prepped for clear wrap, or just checking it out. You know, it's nice to get cars and see if there's any flaws or any imperfections that you want to take care of. But that is what I do whenever I get a car and I go to get it prepped for clear wrap. That's also the same process I would do if I were to just wash a car. So I showed a little bit more in depth compared to some of the other videos that I put out there. But I'll end this video here. As always, I do appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.